Okay, guys. I know it's been a while since you've seen my face. I know I've been gone. I know I've been busy with work and school and all that stuff, but I just want to let you know I'm back. And today we're going to be talking about Darling and Franxx. And we're going to be talking about how much of a breath of fresh air this anime was for the first 15 episodes. How peers started, the natural chemistry of the characters, the metaphors, the unadulterated peak fiction that it became, and how it actually just triggered itself and shot itself in the foot towards the end, and how it left a lot of people confused, including me. And yeah, it really cheddar bobbed itself up.
All right. Fuck, man. Shit. Fuck.
But I just want you guys to understand where I'm coming from, and obviously know this is my opinion. You don't have to accept it, love it, hate it, whatever. But let's get into it. We all know what Darling and Franxx is about, right? You can't look at me and tell me you don't. From the first shot of the Franxx, from the first shot of Starlitzia, it was less deep, dramatic storytelling and more sexual metaphors. So blatant that it probably has its own OnlyFans account. But you know what about Darling and Franxx is I actually love that about it. That it didn't take itself too seriously all the time. That it did have those droning tones, the jokes, and it showed you a different perspective from a different world. But the thing that you guys probably want to know is my take, my hot take. And this show was a certified banger. 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Maybe that's an over exaggeration, but it was really good for 15 episodes. And then something changed, a switch flipped, and then it became a head scratching, brain damaging, confusion ridden, what the fuck is going on in this show train wreck. And today, that's what we're gonna discuss. What happened? Let's start in the beginning. Start with our first character that we meet, Hiro. And he's a failed pilot. He's kind of a weird guy. He can't really connect with his friends while 13. Then, out of nowhere, he suddenly meets Zero Two. Our own waifu, the partner killer herself, Rebel. She's a red flag walking. She's probably the red flag you run to because she's on the crazy hot scale. She's definitely hot, definitely crazy, and she doesn't hide it. It was their first interaction was just pure. It was pure magic. It felt like a romance anime at that point in the first encounter. It was really nice, really sweet, and as I said, it just felt like magic. And we were promised a primal connection, a forbidden romance, and it promised us that this was going to be something special. It was going to be something different. The early episodes built this incredible tension, the mystery of Hiro and Zero Two, the will they, the won't they, the drama with Ichigo, who you do feel bad for in the beginning, but towards some of the show, you do realize that she's just very annoying. She's young and they're all going through puberty and learning feelings and understanding themselves in different ways as they grow together. But with that being said, she is still a very, very annoying in the beginning of the show. And towards the end of the show, she gets better, but she's definitely really, really annoying in the first 15 episodes for sure. But it felt like we were going towards this melodramatic BS, but it changed, and we didn't get a love triangle. We didn't get that BS that you see in most romance anime tropes, and that was very, very, very nice not to see. Let's take a look at Squad 13. We watched them grapple with puberty, with emotions they couldn't understand. They were literally being used as fodder, unaware of the bigger game. They were just trying to feel something. We could see a little bit of ourselves as children inside of them as they navigate this world without any real guidance from anybody. Their entire existence felt more like a metaphor for growing up in a messed up world. The garden, Papa, the environment, but it all worked. It all somehow put itself together and gave us something that we couldn't look away from. And the dynamic between each of the members was understandable and relatable, and it was something that I really enjoyed. But the core of this show, the two that kept this show together, the two that kept you coming back for more, the two that kept you wanting to watch the show, was Hiro and Zero Two. Their darling dynamic, the dance between predator and prey, human versus Klaxosaur. You felt every moment that they had, felt all the emotions, sadness, the happiness, everything, the loss of hope, the hopelessness. Every time they connected and every time they broke apart, you felt it. It felt like you were there, and it felt like you earned a right to be there. And that's something I really enjoyed. And then the unfortunate thing happened. Episode 15. Episode 15 was, in my opinion, absolute peak. This episode was everything that I wanted from Darling and Franxx. It's everything that I promised the show would be. It was raw emotion, the desperate fight, the breaking through the Redskin, the hero ripping off her horns, the confession, the love, the climax. It was a revelation. It felt like the show had finally reached its peak. It felt like it reached nirvana. It felt like we were just going to continue to climb, baby. And it felt like something that once you watch it for the first time, you will never get that feeling back, if you know what I mean. But unfortunately, even though we felt this satisfying peak, it will never reach its heights after this episode again. Like I said, after Gian, I was ready. I was ready for them to take down Papa. I was ready for them to solve the new mysteries of the world. The momentum they had after episode 15 just felt like everything felt unstoppable. It felt like they were on this trajectory. Like I said, they were just gonna, there was the only way that they were going was up. But then, I don't know why, but then something shifted and the magic started to dwindle. We got some episodes that kind of felt like filler, that didn't necessarily feel like they were adding to the plot. The drama became a little bit contrived. And then we got friends. My friends. We hit the dark night of the soul. And at this point, you knew the writers had either lost the plot of the show, or these motherfuckers were high on shrooms. There was like no in between. It was either they just said, fuck it, we're gonna go in a different direction, or they were just high. And you could tell. And then it happened. The moment Darling and the Franxx officially lost its freaking mind. We were fighting Klaxosaurs, like I said in the beginning. We were being used as fodder by the adults, trying to preserve their way alive. Fighting mechs versus Klaxosaurs. We were dealing with the human existential crisis. We were exploring forbidden love, forbidden romances. Then, out of nowhere, like a drunk uncle trying to show you something cool, or trying to show you that he can still do a backflip. Aliens. In walks Verm. Verm was a ancient spacefaring consciousness that was somehow, some way responsible for creating the Klaxosaurs and manipulating everything from behind the scenes. Um, my reaction in real time was actually, "Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me?" Sorry, I didn't record it because I watched the show organically. I don't like to record myself as I watch it. So sorry you didn't get to see it, but trust me when I say that was literally my reaction. Are you kidding me? What is going on? We spent 19 episodes just building this world. We finally got to the climax in Gion in episode 15, and then you turn around and tell me that we're no longer fighting Galaxosaurs, and that Papa's no longer the enemy. I mean, Papa's still the enemy technically, but aliens are the true enemy. So as you can see in my confusion while watching the show, I was just like, dude, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Space rocks? Really? Yeah, man, the shift was just like jarring. We took a deep personal character driven story and just blew it up into a generic, hey, let's save the galaxy plot. It felt like Trigger just looked at what Gurren Lagann did and was like, hey, we can do that too, but we're gonna do it worse. And yeah, that's exactly what they did. But then we got the climax, which wasn't necessarily bad. The legendary Starlightia True Opus kind of looked like some crazy cosmic thing, wedding thing, something. It wasn't bad. Hiro and Zero Two sacrificing themselves to fly into space in a fight that felt completely disconnected from the emotional stakes that they had already built. It was, don't get me wrong, it was visually impressive. It was beautiful. The animation, Trigger does a fantastic job at doing animation, so I never have anything bad to say about that. But emotionally, it felt hollow, for lack of a better word. Like the show forgot what it was even about and what it was even doing. So, yeah. And then they die. They were reincarnated as kids thousands of years later. That's fine. It's a classic anime trope that a lot of animes do. But for Darling and Franxx, it felt like a cop-out. I didn't want to see them thousands of years later. I wanted to see them have their true ending, happy ending. I mean, I guess in the way you can say they did, but for me, it felt like the manga ending, by contrast, gave them a much more grounded and fitting conclusion. But that is a whole separate video that I'm not gonna probably do. That's gonna take a lot longer than this one. But yeah, so what's the legacy of Darling and the Franxx? The tragedy of squandered potential. A show that started so strong, so captivating, so lively, so fresh, so full of heart and genuine, only to fumble the ball on the 1 yard line. And it was just an unnecessary genre shift that definitely didn't need to happen. And that's why I kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. But even with the spacefaring, alien infused, disappointing finale, I can't hate this anime. Those first 15 episodes, like I said, were literally a masterpiece, and I really enjoyed them. I really loved those first 15 episodes. And it won't ever change for me. It won't change the way I feel about this anime because I really enjoyed it because of that. And I just know it just shows that sometimes studios lose their way, and it kind of felt like that to me, that they lost their way towards the end of this anime. But I could be wrong. So without further ado, guys, in the comments below, let me know what you guys thought. Did they mess up the ending of the anime in your opinion? Did you enjoy the anime? And if you disagree with me, please let me know respectfully. Don't come at me all crazy. I don't really hold to that. So if you have any differing opinions, please let me know and open my perspective. I'm open to all perspectives. I'm open to changing my opinion if I'm wrong. But yeah, I am Mr. Vinch. And as always, please like, subscribe, comment down below what you think, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace and love.